Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. Federal Parliament criticized for being intolerant to the dissemination of information of public interest. States seem less concerned in addressing Dr. Govind Keshi's demands. Government mounts pressure on Dr. Keshi to quit hunger strike and return to work. A suicide bomb attack at an election rally in the northwestern Pakistani city of Peshawar kills at least 14 people, including prominent local politician Harun Bilor. And France storms into the finals of the FIFA World Cup 2018 at the expense of Belgium's golden generation boys. Let's begin with the national political updates. The Federal Parliament is responsible for formulating laws and making other government offices more transparent and accountable. All of the activities and notices issued through this body should be transparent. However, the Federal Parliament has set an example of being non-transparent and intolerant to the transmission of information of public interest. Of the three major bodies of the nation, the executive body can only keep matters confidential on issues that are related to security, foreign affairs and revenue. However, all the activities and papers issued by the legislative and the judiciary bodies should be transparent. The Federal Parliament Secretariat, which should be the most transparent, has become an example of non-transparency recently. The officials at the Federal Parliament Secretariat have been giving several excuses to the media when they are asked about the details of several issues, ranging from the presence of lawmakers in the Parliament meeting to the financial and other facilities that the lawmakers have been receiving. The process of getting information is so challenging that the officials of the Federal Parliament Secretariat, who are accountable for sharing information, ask for official papers or threaten of filing a case against the media. The Federal Parliament should have set an example of maintaining democratic discipline and transparency. However, unity has been seen between the leadership and the officials as they reject to share the activities and financial reports. This has raised doubts over the working procedures adapted in the Federal Parliament. And moving on, it has been 12 days since Dr. Govind Keshi staged his 15th round of hunger strike, demanding reforms in the medical sector. However, the state is seen less concerned in addressing his demands this time around. The government is rather mounting pressure on Dr. Keshi to quit the hunger strike and return to Kathmandu to resume his work. While Dr. Keshi has been threatening to stage a fast unto death in Jumla until his demands get addressed, the government is firm on its stance of not stopping to establish colleges merely by any influence. Dr. Keshi had demanded to not issue permits to operate medical colleges in the capital for the next 10 years, one university granting affiliation to a maximum of 5 medical colleges and not running medical schools until 3 years of operation of hospitals. However, the government has not moved back from its stand. The ministers are of the opinion that the regulations registered at the Parliament would decide everything on this regard. No initiations have been made as of yet for discussions between the government and Dr. Govind Keshi to reach on a common ground. Meanwhile, Chief Advisor of the Prime Minister Bishnu Rimal had informed the Vice Chancellor of Karnali Health and Science Academy, Rajendra Wagle, over a telephone call that any discussion in this regard would be held only after Dr. Keshi quits his strike and returns to Kathmandu. Meanwhile, those in favor of Dr. Keshi have taken this as a threat. At a time when Dr. Govind Keshi's health is deteriorating by the day, the government is seen busy in handling affiliations to businessmen rather than addressing Dr. Keshi's demands. And with that, is now time for a short break. More news when we come back. Do stay tuned. And yesterday we had asked the locals of Kavre and Kapilvastu what they have to say about the government speeding up development works towards the end of every fiscal year while staying largely inactive for the rest of the year. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
योजना र कारण चाहिँ अब ठीक तरिकाले हुन नसक्नु, अनुगमन नहुनु, मूल्याङ्कन नहुनु, अनि बदमाशीलाई सजाय नहुनु, हैन राम्रो काम गर्नेलाई चाहिँ सम्मान नहुनु पुरस्कार नहुनुको यो उपज हो के
छिटो छिटो गर्छन् बर्खाको बेला हैन काम त्यो बजेट सक्ने बाटो मात्रै गर्छन् काम चाहिँ राम्रो हुँदैन के
अहिले अब हतार हतार गरेर कामहरु पनि सफल हुँदैन काम जो सब सक्ने मात्रै चाहिँ कुरा गर्छ तर काम काहीँ पनि सफल राम्रो हुँदैन
देशमा र भन्ने त्यसैलाई भन्छन् देश विकास नगर्ने जनता शोषक भन्न त्यसैलाई भन्छन्
यो चाहिँ अगाडि नै भइदिए के हुन्थ्यो माग फागुनै भइदिए के हुन्थ्यो कामहरु त्यो सजिलो हुन्छ नि काम गर्ने मान्छेहरुलाई पनि
असारको अन्तिममा आएर चाहिँ एकदम हतार हतार काम गर्ने प्रवृत्ति देखेर एकदम दिगदार लाग्छ यो भन्दा अगाडि जति समय हुन्जेल चाहिँ आनन्द कानमा तेल हालेर बस्छ
Welcome back. It's now time for segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, why has the Federal Parliament concealed information? And your options are option A, lack of accountability, option B, negligence, and option C, fear of being revealed. The voting for that question is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. Federal Parliament criticized for being intolerant to the dissemination of information of public interest. States seem less concerned in addressing Dr. Govinda Keshi's demands. Government mounts pressure on Dr. Keshi to quit hunger strike and return to work. Suicide bomb attack at an election rally in the northwestern Pakistani city of Peshawar kills at least 14 people, including prominent local politician Harun Bilor. And France storms into the finals of the FIFA World Cup 2018 at the expense of Belgium's golden generation boys. And those were our latest headlines. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment and updates on FIFA World Cup. Have a good day.